Hello everybody out there in video land. This is Thomas Kane again with another little review. This time I'm reviewing the headlights. As you can see on my Jeep, the headlights are fogged over. There's 16 years of life on them. They've previously been polished, but the polishing does not really work that well. So what I'm going to do now is, since the polishing didn't work, I'm going to replace them with these aftermarket lights. I got these on Amazon.com. The name of the vendor is Headlights Depot. So I got them for a total of $81, and that includes the shipping. It also included light bulbs that had below the high beams, all the lights behind the amber, the turn signals. So actually I think it's a very good deal. I did replace the low beams with Sylvanias. I took out the light bulbs that were in there before. They were made in Japan, and I wanted to get good high quality Sylvanias in there, which have a brighter life. So in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to replace the headlights. Alright, so now we're ready to change out the lights. From what I've researched, you basically only need two tools. You'll need a 70mm racket, or whatever this is called. That's going to be to remove the single bolt that's at the top of your headlight, and you'll need a screwdriver, and that's going to be to help you pry the headlight out of the case. Now we're going to take the 7mm socket. We're going to try to remove the main bolt that's holding the headlight assembly in place, and it's supposed to come out pretty easily. It will be a long bolt. We're going to pull it completely out, and it just slide out, and that's what it looks like. It's got a little thread up here. Before I put this in, I'm going to put some lubricant on this, but for now I'm just going to set it aside. And I have the same thing on this side, and we're just going to go ahead and remove that now. That way we get both bolts off. And pull that out completely and set that aside. Now I'm going to go back to the original one that I first started on, and on this one I am going to try to remove the headlight assembly, and let's see if I can just pull it out with my hands. By pulling it out, it's supposed to come out straight out, but sometimes, because this has been in here for over 16 years, it will be a little hard, and I might have to use a long screwdriver. There we go. Got a little bit of progress. I'll just keep trying until, there we go.
You're good.
So we got the headlight assembly loosened, and what we want to do now is we're going to remove the bulbs from the headlight assembly. We want to make sure we don't touch the bulbs with our hands. We want to avoid getting oils, hand oils on that. That'll make hot spots on the lights. So let's get all of these lights off. Light bulbs out. And basically with these lower lights, they all take a 1/4 inch turn to remove them. These two on the end are counterclockwise turns. This one here is a clockwise turn. And there we go. We've got to remove the wire harness. So that's all removed. And there we go. That's one headlight down and out of the way. Alright, so I've already removed the lights from the headlight assembly. And as you may notice, I'm not being all that careful with the light bulbs because I'm not going to use any of these light bulbs. However, I am going to use the harness. The headlights that I purchased from Headlight Depot did come with a brand new harness, but the connecting point of the harness is up here within the body of the car, and it's very difficult to get. It will not fish out. I do not want to cut or remove this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the existing harness, that the original harness that came with the car. I'm going to use the light bulbs that are already installed in the headlamp assembly. So these bulbs, I'm not going to use any of them, but I am going to use the harness. One more thing I should mention about these lights. Even though the headlights came with low and high beam, actually all these lights, I did replace the low beam. One thing I did notice that the low beams were difficult. They were hard to get in. What I ended up having to do was file these tabs down just a little bit so that when I put it in, I would be able to twist it. So when you get if you're going to replace the headlights, the low or high beams, be aware that you might have to shimmy or shave or file these tabs down just a little bit. And I shaved them on both sides. I filed them on top and bottom until it would go in and turn with some resistance. You don't want it to be too loose in there. So I did do that, and that was the extra work I had to do to get the change the light bulbs out. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take these light bulbs apart off of here and get ready to put the other one in its place. To get them off, you got a little tab. You just pry it up a little bit, and the wire assembly should pull off from the top of the bulb. Again, this is 14 years of use, and I'm sorry, 16 years. And they are a little difficult, but with a little caution, you should be able to get it out like such. Put that aside, and I'm going to take them all off the same way. Alright, so I got all the bulbs out, and let me go ahead and set all these bulbs to the side. Now we've removed both headlights. I'm not showing you the second headlight because everything is the same as with this one. We've got the harness, all the bulbs are removed. I got the new headlight. I put the plastic back on it to protect it from scratches. We put a little towel down here to protect it from scratches. We're going to use the original harness because I don't want to have to deal with fishing the old one out. I'm also wearing latex gloves. These are powder-free latex gloves. This is to protect the bulbs from any oils for my skin. And so we're going to start. I'm going to take the first headlight assembly, and we'll lay it down here, and we'll start hooking the wires back up to it. So I'm going to start with the turn indicator. So we're going to start with the turn signal, but I just realized I didn't put the bulb back in, so let me get the bulbs together for you. Alright, so here we have the old harness the new harness that came with the new headlight kit, and the bulbs are still in it. And as I mentioned before, I'm not going to use this because it's going to be too hard to remove this out of the case. These are the old bulbs that were in my original lights. I'm not going to use those because I want to use new lights and everything. So I'm going to remove the bulbs from the harness, the new harness, and go ahead and pop them right into there. That's the turn signal. And these two little guys, these are the parking lights. We'll put those in. They just snap right straight in. No turning, no twisting. Just pop straight in. And the low and the high beams, the new bulbs are already inside the housing here, so I don't have to do anything with them. These old bulbs, I'm just going to set them aside because we're not going to use them. The new harness I'm going to set aside because I'm not going to use it. And then I'm going to get ready to hook the harness up to the new headlight assembly. Now we've got the harness with all the bulbs attached, and we're going to get ready to connect them to the headlight assembly. So let's take the headlight assembly here. I'm going to start with the turn signal light, push that into the hole, and give it a turn. And that should now be locked into place. Alright, so now I'm going to find the two turn signals. I mean, these are the parking lights. That was a turn signal. So, start with parking light number 1. Give that a quarter twist. Parking light number 2. Give it a twist. Going good. This one's a little loose, so I got to figure out what's going on here. Cut. So, I don't know why this one's not going in tight. Let me try from a different angle. Alright, so one light's not going in tightly. Alright, so now we need to take the low and the high beams and connect them. Those are in. Right, so I did have a little problem with this one here. It was very loose when I put it in. So what I did was I just replaced the gasket that was on the original harness that came with the headlights, took off the old one, and now it seemed to be secure. So that way I'm still able to use the old harness. I just had to take a gasket and put it on there. So now we're ready to try to line this thing up and put it into the car. So let me move this plastic and this away and line it up. And these little points, this is going to be where the headlights will go into the plastic clips that's in the body of the car. So you want to line those up. Make sure the cable's all nice, the harness is all nice and out of the way. Nothing's going to be pinched. Once you have everything lined up, I'm checking the points where it plugs into the body. Let's see what happens. Yay! I heard that snap. So everything is in place. And everything looks like they're in good and tight. And now all I got to do is bolt it down. So now we've got the headlight pushed in all the way, all the pins are connected, and we're going to drop the long bolt into the hole to retain. But before we do that, I want to shoot a little bit of oil on here just to help preserve this so that if ever I have to replace it, this won't be all corroded. And we'll give this a shot. We'll just drop that down there. You want to finger tighten it first. Make sure it's seating good. That way you don't want to cross thread it. Tighten it down. And you don't need to over tighten it just because you're going into over plastic. And that is it. So I'll give you an example of what it looks like, old and new side by side. All right, is that in the frame? So there you see the old one and the new one. And that is it. The other side's going to be a repeat of this one. There's no point filming that. All right, so now we've got the headlights installed. The only thing to do next now is to test them out. So here we go. Let's see how they work. That should be the regular beams. Let's see if we got lights. Yay, we got lights. As you can see now, we got the low beams on. They're on both sides. And you can also see that the parking lights are on. So we're going to test the high beams and then the turning signals. But first the high beams. So the high beams are now working. So far so good. Next I'm going to check out the turn signals. So this should be the left turn signal. It's blinking. So they're blinking. Now we'll try the right turn signals. And they're blinking. All right, so there you can see the parking lights are working. I tested out all the lights, everything's working. I was able to use the Sylvania bulbs that I purchased because I wanted to use high performance lights for my low beams. All the other lights that I used were originally with the new set. I used the original wire harness because it would be too much work to reach into the body and get out and remove it. And I just had to use on the turn signals, had to use the sealing rings, but it's a fantastic deal. So Headlights Depot, I give you 5 stars for a good quality product that worked right out of the box virtually. And thank you very much. And everybody out there, peace, love. Thank you for watching.